Dotty Morefield's husband, Dick, was a high-ranking diplomat at the American embassy in Tehran when it was famously stormed by revolutionaries in 1979. Dick was one of the dozens of hostages held there for more than a year, and in that time and the years that followed, Dotty grew to know and appreciate Jimmy Carter through a personal relationship that only she can fully explain.
It's that feeling in your stomach like you're in limbo. You have no idea what's happening.
From her sitting room in South Durham, Dotty Morefield recalls the range of emotions when she learned her husband Dick had been taken hostage in Iran some 45 years ago.
Those first 24 hours, we didn't know. And we didn't know if they had all been taken. We didn't know if they were all alive.
Dick was the consul general at the American embassy in Tehran when it was stormed by Iranian revolutionaries in November 1979. He was one of 52 hostages held there for 444 days.
What do? You can't sleep, you can't eat. You have children that you have to keep staying calm for and pretending that life is going on and that things are fine.
In that uncertainty, Dotty developed a special bond with Jimmy Carter, the president so often maligned for his handling of the crisis, but the man who she says suffered with them.
His anguish over the fact that he could not free them. He agonized over that.
On the day after Carter's passing, Dottie's home is a window into history.
And that's him getting off a plane.
Photos of the former president with her husband after he was freed, the letter Carter wrote Dotty after Dick passed away in 2010. That was a gesture befitting Carter's character, says Dottie's son Stephen, who was just a teenager as his father sat hostage a world away.
He showed he was much more than a politician. He was truly a leader in this country.
Eyewitness News sat down with Dotty back in 2019 to mark 40 years since the embassy takeover. In that interview, she read the telegram she received from Carter on January 20th, 1981.
The dignity and courage that you have shown during the months you have waited for the hostage's safe return will be remembered. Jimmy Carter.
But tonight, it's the Morefields remembering the former president.
After that, he was a friend. You know, I mean, he would greet me with a hug. He called Dick, Dick.
Not just as commander-in-chief, but as the man who brought a father and husband back home.
Even though it may have happened minutes after somebody else took the oath of office, it was still President Carter who brought my dad home. And I will always remember, and I will always be grateful for.
Dotty and Dick would stay in touch with the Carters, seeing them again on several occasions after the hostage crisis, including at the opening of the Carter Presidential Library in Georgia in 1984. She says, above all else, it was their warmth and friendship that she'll remember and cherish the most.